Alright, listen. Your agency systems suck shit, and you need to dump all your Ethereum.
Here in my garage, just bought this new Lamborghini.
So you get a boat, you're happy. Like, if I have this bike, I'm gonna be happy.
A goddamn grown man.
The more you learn, the more you earn.
Name of the game. Move the money from your client's pocket into your pocket.
Right. But if you can make your client's money at the same time, it's advantageous to everyone, correct?
No.
Ugh, I honestly have no idea how Becker does this. It's insane. I can't even focus with that on. Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Super excited that you're here today. My name is Josh, and I am your self-proclaimed systems expert. And we help agencies systemize their business to become more profitable so they can become a cash flow machine or undergo a more successful acquisition. And just a quick reminder, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell. That way you can get notifications anytime we post a new video.
Fine.
So let's quickly jump into the content for today. If my systems suck, what do I do? Where do I go? What is the first thing that I need to kind of figure out? And so I got the handy dandy iPad here today. Going to be drawing some stuff out for you guys. That way you have a good idea of what to do and a visualization of exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And the first thing that we kind of have to understand is that our systems need to start at the top. And what do I mean by that? Well, the top meaning profit, okay? So I put a nice little square here. We draw in profit, okay? Our systems all begin with profit, and if we don't have profit in mind when we build out our systems, we're gonna build out really horrible systems, okay? So once we have that figured out, once we have that in the back of our mind, we have to then, before we go and dive into systems, we have to understand what level we're on, okay? So there's 3 levels to a business. Grab this one here from Mr. Taylor Welch. I don't know who he learned it from, but I'm taking it from him. So there's 3 levels, okay? 3 levels. First level is going to be you do the work and you make the decisions. It's hard to talk and draw at the same time. Kind of crazy. I didn't even spell that right. That's not even close.
Spell red.
Red. L-S-T-E-R.
Decisions. Okay. So you do the work and you make all of the decisions within your business. Okay. And that is like level 1. That's where everyone starts at the end of the day. And it's not a bad thing necessarily, okay? Everyone starts here, okay? This is Startup World 101. You do the work, you do the fulfillment, and you also make the decisions within your agency. Level 2, okay, being you delegate work, but make decisions, okay? So you delegate work, but you make the decision. So you have a team at this point in time, normally 1 or 2 employees that will be able to do a lot of the fulfillment for you, but you're still making high-level decisions within your agency. This is the point where you really need to start fleshing out systems so you can eventually graduate to level 3, okay, where you delegate both. Delegate both. Essentially what this means is that you are delegating both decisions and you're delegating fulfillment. So you might make some high-level decisions still within that organization, but you will have a C-level team that can make a lot of these decisions for you, right? So whether it's a chief marketing officer, a chief operating officer, a chief sales officer, these people are going to be able to make higher-level decisions than you probably could within that position. They're specialists that are incredible at what they do, and chances are they have a higher level of skill than what you can bring to that specific position. That will allow you to step away from the company a little bit more and go into other ventures, whether that's you want to get into real estate, maybe there's more investments that you want to get into, or other businesses that you are trying to start up. So this will give you a clear-cut path to getting to doing more things, right? So you can let this thing run on autopilot with other decision makers and people fulfilling the work there. Now, after we figure out what level we're on, and most of us are on level 1 right now, which is, once again, not a bad thing, we need to start advancing our level. And so we have to figure out, hey, how do we get to a path of where we're delegating our fulfillment, and then we're starting to delegate most of the decisions within our organization. Now, after we figure out that, and once we have a clear-cut level, okay, so we'll say it's level 1, draw a little line here, okay, we'll move on down. Then we could start building out systems, right? And every system is usually going to start with lanes, okay? And when we talk about lanes, I want you to think more of a 30,000 foot view of your business. So 30,000 foot view, okay? 30,000 foot view of your business. And what we're essentially going to do is we're going to draw different lanes for our business, okay? Now, our different lanes might differ per business, but for the agency space, normally it's going to revolve around 4 lanes, and that's pretty much it. So for your 4 lanes within your agency, you're going to have a marketing lane, okay? You're going to have a sales lane. You're going to have a fulfillment.
A lot of coin.
Okay, and then you are also going to have a operational lane. Okay, so marketing, sales, fulfillment, and operational lanes. Okay, and this is most agencies, all right, for the most part. You might have a couple other lanes, or maybe you call them different things, but for the most part, this is how your agency runs, right? So marketing being more of your lead gen. Okay, the sales actually selling your product and generating revenue. Fulfillment, whatever your services are, right? So if you're doing Facebook ads, if you're doing creative, all of those will go into fulfillment. And then operational resilience, you're thinking pretty much anything that kind of keeps your business together. HR department. You're thinking like taxes, financials. Might be like a CPA, okay? Something along those lines. Anything that kind of holds the whole system together, okay? Billing, automations, all those things would fall under like an operational resilience lane, okay? Now, this is the 30,000 foot view. Now you have a really simple look at what your business actually is and what your agency looks like, okay? So marketing, sales, fulfillment, operational lane. From there, we can break things down even further, okay? So obviously this is a very high level view of your business. So we need to break this down even further, okay? After we figure out our lanes, we then have to figure out our divisions, okay? And divisions equal labor, right? Who's going to be fulfilling on this work? So it goes back to the levels, right? So we're talking about level 1, 2, and 3. If you want to move to level 2, you have to figure out who's going to be doing the labor, who's going to be doing the fulfillment of each of these lanes, and start removing yourself from each of these lanes, okay? So you'll do the exact same thing here. You'll draw those 4 lanes, and I'm going to do the shorthand here, okay? So we have the marketing, we have sales, we have fulfillment, and we have operational resilience, okay? Now remember, this is lead gen here. This is revenue here. This is, any fulfillment service that you have here. And then operational resilience on the very end. It's going to be a bunch of different things. Now, when we look at creating our divisions, we're thinking actual positions that we're trying to fill. So when we're thinking marketing lane, this could be a social media manager, right? This could be a ad buyer. How are you generating traffic? This is exactly what we're thinking about. This could be a appointment setter, right? This could be a cold outreach specialist. Okay, bunch of different options that you have there for your marketing lane. So you'll build out those positions. From there, we move into our sales lane. Who does the sales? Okay, probably a sales team, right? Now, for the time being, sales will probably be the very last thing that you get rid of as a owner of your business. So just kind of make a mark here. Hey, sales lane, this is probably the last thing that we're going to get rid of. From there, we move into fulfillment. So once again, who fulfills on these actual pieces? Do we have, production specialists that do creative? Do we have ad buyers here? All right, so you need to figure out who fulfills on your work and what positions you need to fulfill on that work and to get you out of fulfillment. Okay. And then the last one here, operational. So do you need an HR department? Chances are probably not. You don't need an HR department until like, honestly, like one of the last things that you hire out. But maybe you have an outsourced CPA, okay? Contractors, anyone that kind of helps run your business. So I kind of think like legal or anything financial. Chances are you're going to delegate some of those things out by contracting someone in. There's a lot of great services out there that you can hire for specifically those things. So taxes and anything financial. So CPAs, tax strategists, all that good stuff. Okay. Now, those are the divisions. So now we understand who exactly we need to plug into our organization for it to run without us. Okay. Level 2, right? And then once we start to do this, we're going to start to notice that we need to start building systems for these people. And the reason that we need to start building systems for these people is because we want them to do it as close to the CEO as possible. Chances are if you're a one-man operation and you're starting to bring on employees, you want your employees to do things very similar to how you would do them. And so our whole goal is to create systems that are at about 80 to 85% efficiency. Okay? And what I mean by 80 to 85% efficiency is that it is about 80 to 85% efficiency of how you would actually do that task. So if your employee can do it at about 80 to 85%, whether that's run ad campaigns, whether that's sell people and be 85% effective, it is ready to delegate away. Okay? And from there, we can get it to, 90, 95%, maybe even 100%. That person becomes better than you at that position by just simply coaching people through it, okay? And that takes some time. Now, when we go to actually systematize this, how do you spell systematize?
Are you stupid or something?
Systematize. Okay. So when we go to systematize this, we do it one individual piece at a time. Okay. Now, you're going to jump into your fulfillment lane first. Okay. We want to pass off fulfillment to our team. Okay. That way we can focus on things like lead generation and sales, getting in the right rooms. So if we were systematize fulfillment, so let's put an F here, and let's say you wanted to delegate away your ad buying. This is where you'd start, right here. Okay, so your first employee might be a ad buyer for your agency, and we're going to start systematizing what it means to ad buy. Now, when we systematize for ad buying, okay, we need to do something called capture. Okay, and this comes from Mike Michalowicz and Clockwork. If you have not read that book, check it out. Really good. If you want to really have your systems dialed in. Okay, so Mike Michalowicz, Clockwork, check that out. But he talks about capturing systems, not creating systems. And what he means by that is that you need to use a capture of some sort, whether that's a video camera or a Loom video, to capture that system. And so instead of listing things out into a, hey, let's do this first, and this second, and this third, right? We actually capture the system through some sort of recording. That way people can see exactly how you do it individually, okay? So if you capture systems, your team will be more likely to follow exactly how you would do it versus them coming in and doing it the way that they've learned or kind of breaking old habits. And once you have your system down for ad buying, then you move to the next thing. If it's content creation, then you do it for content creation. If it's moving into client success, you show people how to do the client success piece, right? So you're going to take one piece at a time, and as you delegate it away, you're going to then add in your system for that piece. So let's do a little recap here. First off, we have to take profit. That's the most important thing. So when we are building systems, we have to think profit as our top of mind. From there, we have to figure out what level we're on. 1, 2, or 3. Do you do the work and make all the decisions right now? How do we graduate you from you doing all of the work and moving you into more of delegating the work and you just making the decisions? And then lastly, how do we move you from making the decisions into delegating the work and delegating decisions within your organization? Once you can do that, you'll have a very acquirable business. From there, you're making your lanes, okay? That 30,000 foot view, marketing, sales, fulfillment, operational resilience, and then what exactly goes into those lanes, okay? Then you have your divisions of labor. Who's going to fill those lanes? Okay, what are the actual people? What are the positions that you're going to need to get you out of fulfillment? And remember, we create systems of around 80 to 85% efficiency of how we would do it. And then from there, when we go to actually systematize, we are taking things that we are trying to delegate to the team, things that we're trying to pull ourselves out of fulfillment, and we create systems around those things first. And lastly, remember, we capture systems, we don't create systems. Capturing systems will allow the team to understand exactly how we want it done, and it will also give us some flexibility to make some edits to that specific system. So hopefully that's helpful. Kind of like a 30,000-foot view. We didn't get extremely specific on the actual systems themselves. Agency systems all run differently. Everyone runs their ads differently. You have different clients, so you need some flexibility within your systems. So don't make it cookie cutter and don't make it list format. Go and capture those systems. Okay. Now, if you have questions specifically around systems, I would love to hear what those questions are. Drop them in the comments. Also, what systems are you currently lacking in your business? I appreciate you guys watching this video today. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, click the bell, all that good stuff. Would appreciate it. If you need help with agency systems, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm easily reachable either through my email or you can hit me up in the DMs in Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those great places. Okay, and that's pretty much it. If you start there, if you kind of go through these steps, rewatch this video a few times, you will be able to create some expert systems for yourself. It's pretty easy, in my opinion, and I think you guys could do this. So let me know, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.